Unemployment in New York State is stubbornly high. Working families continue to be strained by an economic crisis. And we aren't simply facing a jobs crisis in Western New York, in Erie and Niagara counties. We're facing a good jobs crisis. We're here today, gathered from many different organizations, to present our own vision for high-performance economic development. And our plan is built on best practices from across the country and on years of bringing together a wide variety of stakeholders from across the state to craft real and lasting solutions to the jobs crisis that's gripping our communities. Governor Cuomo's creation of 10 new regional economic development councils charged with delivering regional strategic plans by November 14th, competing for $1 billion in state funding, gives new urgency to the question that many of us gathered here today have been asking for too long now. Are we getting our money's worth from our region's multitude of economic development programs? And with each passing year, I think we find that the answer becomes more and more resoundingly clear. It's no, we are not getting our money's worth.
First of all, too many IDA deals do not grow our economic pie, they just re-slice it in different size slices. So here's a prime example. Subsidizing a hotel does nothing to grow the local economy. All it does is it aids one hotel at the expense of other hotels. They're all competing for a finite pool of customers. So when they say they've added jobs here, those jobs are just getting subtracted from other hotels in the region. So these sort of job creation figures you hear, they're absolutely meaningless when it comes to a project like this. Every job created here is at the expense of a job someplace else. So too many deals are just re-slicing the pie, they're not creating new jobs. And when they do create jobs, too many of those jobs pay poverty-level wages. Again, Holiday Inn Express is a great example. A hotel chambermaid in Western New York makes about $18,900 a year. When you make that little money and you're trying to support a family, you end up turning to public assistance. You might need food stamps, you might need public housing, you might need home energy assistance, you might need Medicaid, you might need all kinds of different programs that we, the public, are paying for to subsidize a poverty-level job where the employer is not paying a living wage. Economic development as a state policy should mean spending money on public goods. It shouldn't mean just swelling the profits of different private companies, many of them headquartered and owned in other states. So let's talk again about spending money on infrastructure, on health and education, instead of slashing the budgets in those areas while continuing to pay an outsized price for corporate welfare.